And now to today's top story. Yes, today we're going to take a look at the political risks that are happening around the world. Various different countries have various different risks, and various different businesses have to deal with these risks. So we're going to really try and identify all the different types of political risks and get a better idea here. So make sure you get your notes, you follow the Storm philosophy, sit back and enjoy. All right, so what are we going to learn? Well, we're going to identify the political risks. We're going to identify what is a political risk. We're going to look at how do we evaluate these risks, and then we're going to kind of separate one of these and really talk a little bit about terrorism and what that means for business and that, okay? All right, so what is political risk? Well, this has to do with any political decision that impacts investors, corporations, or governments. Right? Anything that is done by the government that impacts potential operations of businesses is a political risk. This can also be decisions that impact foreign governments, because then those foreign governments can act in a way that again impacts the business. So you have to look at it that it could be cause effect, and there is a relationship even if it's not directly impacting you. As well, part of this can be any political change, right? And a new government, a new ruling party can really change the way that the business environment is done. Most of this comes down to economic or social policies, right? So change in how the monetary policy is working, or a change in social policies will often impact the business. The other part here is events, right? Any event that in the region or in the country that leads to instability can impact business as well. Most of this boils down to, therefore, the degree of political stability. Right? How stable a government is really allows for businesses to assess the risk and therefore gauge it and understand how it's going to impact them. How oppressive a society is also is something that has to be accounted for with political risk, because it's only a matter of time before a society which is oppressed does rise up. May not be in your generation, but down the road. But political risk can be understood and managed with proper precautions and proper research, and we'll talk about that a little later. So as you notice, risk can really fall into two categories: macro and micro. So macro really affects are the